Imagine a time long before written history, when the world was a place of wonder, mystery, and divine forces beyond human comprehension. In the heart of the Arabian desert, where scorching winds whispered secrets through the dunes, myths were born, myths like Bahamut. The first known mention of Bahamut comes from Islamic cosmology, particularly in the works of scholars like al-Qazwini and al-Damiri. They described Bahamut as an enormous fish, so vast that the human mind could not fathom its size. According to their accounts, Bahamut played a crucial role in the cosmic structure, supporting a mighty bull named Kuyutha, which in turn upheld the earth itself. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. This entire cosmic structure was floating on an endless sea, resting within the will of a supreme divine power. But was Bahamut purely an Islamic creation, or was it influenced by older myths? Some scholars argue that its origins may trace back to Mesopotamian and Persian cosmology, where similar world-supporting creatures exist. For example, the Babylonian creation myth speaks of a primordial sea, and in Persian mythology, we see echoes of cosmic beasts holding up the world. Over time, these ideas merged into the stunning image of Bahamut that we know today. And yet, Bahamut didn't just remain in the pages of old texts. It evolved, took new forms, and found its way into modern mythology. But before we get to that, let's break down the grand cosmic hierarchy where Bahamut holds its legendary place. All right, let's take a journey beyond the earth, beyond the sky, and into the cosmic depths where Bahamut resides. According to ancient Islamic cosmology, the universe wasn't just an endless void. It was built in layers, each supported by a force more powerful than the last. At the very top, we have the earth, the world as we know it. But what holds the earth in place? A mighty bull named Kuyutha. Imagine an enormous celestial beast, its hooves resting on the shoulders of something even greater. Beneath Kuyutha lies Bahamut, a fish so immense that its very presence keeps the cosmic balance intact. And yet, Bahamut itself is not the final foundation. It floats upon a boundless ocean, stretching into infinity, held in place only by the divine will of Allah. Now, if this structure sounds familiar, you're not alone in thinking that. Similar ideas appear in many ancient myths. The Hindu world turtle, Akupara, carries the earth on its back. The Greek Titan Atlas holds up the heavens. Even Norse mythology describes Yggdrasil, the great cosmic tree, supporting the realms of existence. But why did so many ancient cultures imagine the universe in layers? So, let's step back for a moment. What does Bahamut truly represent? Why did ancient scholars describe this colossal being, resting in the abyss, holding up creation itself? The answer might be more profound than you think. In one interpretation, Bahamut symbolizes the infinite unknown. Ancient civilizations often feared what lay beyond their understanding. Vast oceans, dark skies, endless space. Bahamut, in this sense, is the ultimate embodiment of that mystery. A being so immense that its mere existence reminds us of how small we truly are. From a religious perspective, Bahamut represents divine power and cosmic balance. In Islamic cosmology, the structure of the universe is upheld not by randomness, but by intentional design. Bahamut is a part of that structure, a reminder that even the mightiest forces in the world are held together by something greater. But here's something interesting. Bahamut isn't alone in this role. In Jewish mythology, we find Leviathan, a monstrous sea creature said to rule the waters of the deep. In Norse mythology, there's Jörmungandr, the world's serpent encircling Midgard. Even in Chinese legends, we see dragons associated with the primordial forces of nature. Different cultures, different creatures, but the same underlying theme: the idea of a vast, powerful entity controlling the unknown. If you're a gamer, you've definitely seen Bahamut before. From the mighty dragon of Final Fantasy to the celestial entity in Dungeons & Dragons, this ancient legend has taken on new life. But how did a mystical fish turn into a fire-breathing god? Well, mythology has a funny way of evolving over time. Let's explore how Bahamut transformed into one of the most iconic creatures in fantasy. So, from an ancient Arabian fish holding the world to a legendary dragon of modern fantasy, Bahamut has come a long way. But one question remains: is mythology just fiction? Or do these ancient tales hold deeper truths about how we see the universe? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey into the world of myths, make sure to hit that subscribe button. There's plenty more where this came from.